What it is, guys, it is your old boy Pilk, and as you can hear, I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm still not 100%, but I wanted to come to you guys tonight and gush a little bit about this amazing news we just got, okay? Super Dragon Ball Heroes is coming to your Nintendo Switch or your PC, and this is insane news, okay? Now, we kind of knew this was happening. There's been leaks about this, so there's been a lot of talk about Dragon Ball Super coming, and we had that the US tour and all kinds of stuff, and there was kind of the leaked information that the Nintendo Switch was getting something related to Dragon Ball Super. Well, this is kind of it, guys. This is amazing. All right, so it looks like from just this preliminary information, there's not a lot of info. It looks like right now they're saying there's going to be something like 300 characters, 1,100 different card combinations. I'm assuming that's, that's probably going to include like different transformations, things like that. 360 characters must be like all the different transformations. 1,100 cards is like different combinations of those transformations. And we also know from this information that there's going to be like attacks and stuff that you can change around. Like, I believe in some of the promo material they showed Mr. Satan do the Final Flash, and Hercule to those most people. Bulma doing like the Spirit Bomb, things like that. So there's a lot going on here. A lot. It's almost like they're taking Dragon Ball Heroes and like even expanding it further. So this is insane news, guys, and this will be coming to the channel. All right. So let's talk about this real quickly. All right. So first of all, they show you this here. This is basically the setup. Old girl here has got like her cards, and she's like Yu-Gi-Oh style, throwing them out and gonna banish old boy to the Shadow Realm. Okay. These are, like the lineup of all the characters, and shortly after this, they show a scene where they're kind of going into the Dragon Ball Heroes world. Now, this tells me this is going to play similarly to the Dragon Ball Heroes arcade, but probably not the same one bit. Okay, but we will probably see a lot of that world. It'll probably be more like a versus, like basically Dokkan on steroids. And this does mean, guys, we talked about it a little bit past. Dokkan will more than likely be getting Dragon Ball Heroes content now. Okay, I'll take a break here real quick. I was going to talk about it later on in the video, but we talked about it a lot. So, Dragon Ball Heroes cards that are in Dokkan Battle in the JP version, we should be getting each and every one of those very, very soon. This drops on April the 5th. And if you play Dokkan Battle, we're almost caught up in all the Dokkan Fests. But that is kind of weird. And I was telling you guys, we'll probably get some global exclusive stuff. And I said, we will more than likely be getting Dragon Ball Heroes. They could start dumping heroes on us, but give us a couple different, spread it out. Instead of giving us all heroes all at once, there's a lot of heroes cards, and the heroes banner is huge. Give us a little bit of heroes here and there leading up to the release, or do a little bit at the release and do a little bit here and there. They could really spread that out and turn it into an entire event. Every time there's a major DLC, which they're going to do a bunch early, drop new characters and things like that, drop another heroes banner. So that is what I think, think this is going to affect Dokkan Battle. But that's not overall what I want to talk about. So we'll leave that for another video. Okay. So pretty much what you see here is kind of what you're going to get. Now, one thing I did like, and I did want to mention regarding the Dokkan Battle game, it does look like this is the enhanced Supreme Kai of thickness. So we should be getting all those cards. We should pretty much, when it drops in Dokkan Battle, we'll be getting those. I don't want to talk about it too much, so we're going to move on real fast. Okay? Now, Beat is in this game. So, and he's no older than he was before. So it looks to me like it's going to follow along a lot of those same paths. If you know anything about the original game, he's kind of the protagonist. He's got a friend Note, and they just kind of have their own little thing that they do. He's the dude actually playing the game in the game that you play. Really confusing if you're not familiar with Dragon Ball Heroes, but just know it's an arcade game where you're playing a kid playing an arcade game. More or less. So, As I said, a little convoluted, but it's stupid hype. So to see him in here tells me that they're going to keep this very, very, very adept, I guess, for lack of a better word, to the original content, which is really, really, really nice. Something else that's pretty awesome here. Okay, this new villain. I believe his name is pronounced Silas. Hard to pronounce. It's not just Silas, it's Silas or something like that. But anyway, remember, it's Japanese. You're going to pronounce like every letter soft. So, old boy here is unique to this version of Dragon Ball Heroes. So I would imagine he's probably going to be coming to the arcade as well. What's really hype is this guy isn't designed by Toriyama. This guy is designed by Toyotaro, who does the manga. Love the manga, hate the manga, however you feel. That's pretty epic. And Toyotaro's given us some crazy designs over the past few year and change. He designed a lot of people for the Tournament of Power. I think his designs are very, very good. If you look really close at this guy, you can see a lot of the Toriyama elements. He's got like almost like a Cooler / Frieza clan look, but all these like little kind of, I guess, diagonal lines. Like Toriyama draw those, they'd just be like flat lines. He'd almost just look a little too Frieza-y in the face. He looks almost like if you really look at him, he looks like a cross between Hit and Frieza. Now, with of course then the tentacles, which and like the cooler looking armor. Like there's a lot of throwbacks here to classic Dragon Ball, but you know, like when Hit first came out, Hit looked a little too Frieza clan-ish for my tastes. But I think he's come into his own. I think he's... Over time, you kind of get used to it. This guy, I think the more we get used to him, the more unique he'll start to feel. Apparently, he's the first Time Patroller, which is really interesting if you played all the Xenoverse games and all that. But unique character, brand new. He's got like the staff weapon that he uses with extreme proficiency from what we see in the trailer. And I will put a link to the trailer in the comment section, in the description and the comment section down below. Make sure if you haven't, you go watch this, because this is really hype, guys. This is some of the best news we've had Dragon Ball gaming wise. I'd almost say since Dragon Ball FighterZ was announced. So this is amazing. All right, really crazy hype stuff. Can't say enough great stuff, and the fact that it's got an original Toyotaro design in here, that is like as good as getting a new, once again, like the manga or not, it's as good, in my opinion, as getting a new Toriyama design. I mean, because Toyotaro is the guy that does the manga now. Like it or not, he's the dude, pretty much, that's kind of taking the reins. So, that is really, truly awesome. Okay? This picture is kind of, let me just minimize it here a little bit. There we go. April 5th, 2019. It'll be on the Switch and it'll be on Steam for your PC. Now, right now, it looks like they're saying the Switch is going to be like Switch only and Steam will be like global. I don't know really what the deal is with that, but as far as like PvP goes, I'm going to make up. I really, when this first dropped, I was like, oh my god, because we knew it was going to be on the Switch. I was like, I'm buying a Switch. I don't know. I gotta get more information. This might actually be the first new game that I play on this badass PC that I just built. I don't know. We gotta see, because a lot of times when they do these, they release them with like the console gets all the crazy stuff, and then the PC gets tons of limitations. So hopefully they do this the other way around. We'll cover all that. We'll cover all the information we get on this as we get it. We don't yet know all the story events that are coming. We don't know how many of the original arcades it's going to cover. It's clearly going to cover quite a few. It shows the Xeno Goku and the Xeno Vegeta, as well as Beat with this new kind of like little wristwatch looking thing. I don't know what the whole deal with that is, to be completely frank with you. But lots of stuff, guys. This is going to cover a lot of Dragon Ball Heroes, and it should get us, if not completely caught up, pretty damn close. And then hopefully as the new arcades come out in Japan, we'll get that content here on our PCs and on our Switch. So stay tuned for this, guys. This is really hype. I'm really excited for it. Like I said, for my Dokkan peeps, this does mean Heroes is 99.9% going to come to global, so that's really, really, really exciting. Maybe they'll even bring it to some other games. Looking at you, Legends. So, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you really as excited as I am for this? Because I ate up Fighters when it first came out. I bought that game. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I wish I had more time to dedicate to it, and I wish I kind of had the capture card when the game was really hype. They recently had some problems and kind of soiled the sheets a little bit on it, but you better believe that we're going to be covering this when it drops, and you better believe we're going to add it into our normal rotation. We're going to have to take a whole night dedicated to Dragon Ball Heroes every week, a minimum. So, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow my Birdman, hit me up a Booker, do that thing, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all this stuff, especially Dragon Ball Heroes content. I will lay your asses out with more Dragon Ball stuff and Danmachi and whatever the hell else I'm getting into in 2019. 2019 looks like a really hype year, guys, so stay tuned.